The Mocha in the Morning staff wishes to send our sincere condolences to the friends, family, and fans of True Goy the Dove from De La Soul. We send our condolences. We also send our condolences to those families, friends, and the students at Michigan State University who suffered through this tragedy. Sending all of our prayers, love, and light to you from the Mocha in the Morning. All right, Mocha Marvels. I am Keisha Boyd, your host for Mocha in the Morning, and I am joined by my Cafe con Leche, officially Jorge. Hey, darling.
Hello, my Black love. Happy Black History Month. Happy Black Love Day. Happy Super Bowl Day. It's a lot of happy days.
Listen.
I'm wishing you today.
Thank you. Listen, there has been so much that's happened since last week and so much that we have to talk about, but honey.
And such a short month.
It is such a short month with all these amazing, wonderful things. Starting with, listen, Super Bowl, honey, I know we're going to touch on quite a bit, but how was your Super Bowl Sunday? How was your birthday? Let's talk about that.
Well, I was in the Bahamas and, Super Bowl's not all that popular over there.
Yeah. Well,
now I will say, Rihanna was like the buzz. So that was pretty, So my birthday was fine. Yay, 49. I'm trying to keep it low key.
Honey. 45.
Low key because like for 50, we don't really turn it out.
Listen, I cannot wait to start planning for the 50th, baby, because
I want to celebrate my 50th like in every time zone.
Let's do it.
Right? How many time zones? How many time zones are there? Like 10, 12? I don't even know. But like, I want to have that many 50 birthdays.
Okay, no problem.
I want to have Eastern time, Central time, Mountain time, Pacific time, Indochina time, Australia time, Dubai time,
Hawaii time, Africa time.
Yeah, Africa time, Ghana time, like all the times.
All the times. Well, obviously you guys know that Jorge shares a birthday with my baby boy. And so we were at home. I had 9 children. I literally had a whole weekend. They spent the night, both nights. It was, So Honor enjoyed his birthday for sure. I was tired and I'm still recovering.
But girl, I mean, you had that big old backyard. You have trampolines or whatever. So at least,
honey, let me tell you what I did for them. I did old school games for them, right? I didn't get a bounce house, anything. I got potato sacks, rings, like toss the ring, shoot the ladder, all the kind of 3-legged race, honey. They had a good old dirt time. Okay.
But that's good. They need to get out there like in the dirt and fall down.
And no games, no phone, just
no electronics.
Good old fun. That's right, just good old fun. So we had a good weekend, and plus, my best friend surprised me, Afia, my Miranda, my bestie, surprised me with my other bestie, Afia.
Right.
And I was so surprised to see her. I was surprised they were able to hide it from me. First of all, so they did a good job with that. So everything was good for the weekend. Super Bowl was great, and we'll talk about that a little bit more. And we got a lot to cover today. A lot of things.
And also, it was the weekend. This week, like Valentine's Day was just on Tuesday.
Yes, it was.
And a lot of times, like we get to, we discuss Valentine's Day like on the air and everything. But this year, I'm like, oh, that was like it already happened. But I will say that I have made an amazing discovery.
What?
And and not only is it an amazing discovery, but it's also like, of course, it's like, it's facts, right? Okay. And so I have found the key to love success. And it comes in a package, and let me show you. Let me show you, Mocha Marvels.
Let us see. This is a surprise for me too, so I'm excited, and the producer. We're all like, what is it?
I found the perfect Man.
Bite size. He's sweet and
No,
he's
but
rich.
that's it. He's sweet and he is rich.
Rich, baby.
Not
What more
only
did you
that,
ask for?
but he is brown.
Yes, he is. Listen, I like a lot of shades of things, but I like my men chocolate. I sure do. Listen, all of this will be coming up in the show and so much more. But first, coffee. Get your little coffee. We'll be right back.
Right, I'm gonna bust up into my man package.
Oh, honey. Right. And we can share them too and not feel bad about it. Like you take a piece and I take a piece.
If you would like to share an event or join our Mocha in the Morning crew as a guest contributor, email us at mochamorningshow@gmail.com or slide in our DMs. Thank you for adding a little flavor to your morning blend.
All right, Mocha Marvels, welcome back to Mocha in the Morning, where we add a little flavor to your morning blend. It is time for our steamers. Officially, Jorge, what do you have for us today, darling?
Is everybody ready for everything that's happening in Black Hollywood and entertainment?
Yes.
Because I'm ready.
Let's go, baby.
Yes. So, Rihanna, who on Super Bowl Sunday was the only girl in the world. Okay. So much to unpack here, right? Okay. First of all, there's $1 billion on the field, period. Okay.
Hello.
Not only did she sneak in, a little plug for her Fenty line, okay? Like, just straight up just applied in the middle of her show. Okay, great. Right. And the biggest baby bump reveal in the history of the world. What a way to announce your pregnancy.
Listen, she was like, y'all finna get all of this, okay? All of this, okay? I thought it was great. I thought listen, there are so many people on the fence and have their comments, but listen, this woman is at least, 4 or 5 months pregnant, 4 months pregnant.
And they just had a baby. Her ASAP Rocky welcomed their first child in May of 2022. So listen,
did you see that meme? Did you see that meme? Like ASAP Rocky is creating Black history. He's made Black history. The first man to get a billionaire pregnant twice.
Right. Not only that, but just think of I know that a lot of fans were expecting like this, but Rihanna said it. She's like, look, performing the show is not necessarily about releasing new music, and it was nothing but number ones up there, and not that, and that she opened with, but I have my money, right?
Pay me what you want me.
Yeah, she did. Congratulations to that happy couple. Yes. And so hashtag stunt queen for real.
Listen. I'm sorry, excuse me. Go ahead. Yes.
Stunt queen for real. All right, so moving right along. So Beyonce and Kendrick Lamar lead the music nominations for the 2023 NAACP Image Awards, which are going to be on air on February the 25th. So not only that, this is really cool. So the coveted entertainer of the year, right? 5 nominees.
Okay.
All 5 of them Black women.
Yeah,
they are just Mary. Hey, Mary J. Blige. You have Angela Bassett, Viola Davis, Zendaya, and Quinta Brunson. I do not want to be in this nomination bracket.
Exactly. I don't want to be in the nomination committee.
Yeah, all those women know each other, kiki together, like like there's like a sisterhood, and look, I don't know. I mean,
that's a that's a hard one to vote. Like they're all very deserving. They are very deserving. But I do think that Angela Bassett or Viola Davis will walk away with it.
Right.
Those are my two. Yeah.
I don't know, because I mean all of them are really in their own lane and phenomenal, with everything that they've accomplished and have been doing. I just yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Mocha Marvels. Like, who do you want to win?
Tell us who you think should win.
I can't decide. I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, for me, they already all won, so that's that. All right, so this is exciting. All right, so everybody knows I love superheroes and I love superhero movies.
Yeah.
Woo! And I don't know if y'all saw, but that magazine cover with Jonathan Majors on it. Now Jonathan Majors, okay? He is playing Kang the Conqueror.
Listen,
and I'm like, Kang is doing the thing. I
don't care what he's slaying, what he can, what his name is. He is fine. Do you hear me? If you have not seen this man's cover for Ebony, that digital cover, Jonathan Majors said, I'm coming for all of it and everybody.
Yeah.
Men, women. All of it.
Oh my God, he's coming for the queen. He's gonna attack that ant colony girl. He's coming for the queens, honey. He is coming for the queens.
And he can have it. Hey. Yes. I'm sorry, let me collect myself. It's a very nicely designed cover that they prepared for Jonathan Majors on Ebony. So shout out to that team who put that together.
Yeah, everything was coming up roses in that cover. Yes.
Yes, it was.
Sure was. So, and it's Quantumania. Quantumania open. Like, no one's even talking about Paul Rudd. Like, who?
Right. Nobody.
Yeah, no. Anyway, so Quantumania opens this weekend. We're super excited to see Jonathan Majors in that film, because I don't know if you follow Marvel and this whole situation with who Kang the Conqueror is. So what you need to do is you need to go watch it. If anything, pick up the magazine, the digital cover, and just have a nice day with that.
Yes. Day, night, evening, noon, or whatever.
All that. Let's talk about my most favorite in the whole existence of the world, Mocha Marvel. Yes, not her. Janet Jackson is in the news again. Now, this is the thing about Janet Jackson. Anytime there is a Super Bowl, right, she's always in the news, because our Janet Jackson fans, like us who are in the Rhythm Nation, really call it Janet Jackson Appreciation Day. But okay, so the Grammys were on CBS, and it is Black History Month. And so the Grammys decided that they wanted to honor Janet Jackson with a Global Impact Award. But Miss Jackson, who remains in control,
I see what you did there.
Basically asked the Grammys, well, what have you done for me lately? And so when the Grammys responded, well, what do you mean? She's like, well, in order for me to accept this, not only do we need to televise me getting this award, but I need an apology from CBS.
Ooh.
Let's just say it got nasty. And
I could imagine that it did, honey.
Yeah. And
hey, you don't put some respect on my name.
Yeah. So she
and restore the respect. And she declined.
She declined.
Listen, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, I ain't mad at her.
And I'm sure the Grammys miss her very much.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
But and I'm sure, she was, to herself, she was probably, if I was your girl, but I'm not, so I can't, and I won't.
You know what, Jorge? You better work. You better work those lyrics in here. Come on now. Yes, just clever. Just
Yeah, so let's
clever.
continue this escapade of steamers for you. And moving right along to some awesome news for, for all of you luxury handbag designer lovers. Pharrell Williams is the new men's designer for Louis Vuitton. Now, he has collaborated with them before, but now he's like full out the designer for the men's division of Louis Vuitton.
Wow.
Yeah.
So not only is he dominating in music and all this other stuff, he is now a fashion designer for Louis Vuitton. That is, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, talk about, multi-passionate,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could see, back in the day, him being a trendsetter with the skateboard type situation. So I'm interested to see what this look will be that he creates for the men.
It would be unveiled in his collection in June. And I'm sure a lot of you know who Pharrell is, but if you don't, he was in the group Nerd or Nerd.
Yeah.
And he basically, again, like you said, was, again, kind of there's another layer that he added to hip hop with just interpretation of beats. And of course, he's got the hits too. So congratulations. I can't wait to see, because you know me, I'm a fan. So
yes, you are. Honey.
All
yes,
that.
Yeah.
All right. So SZA.
Ooh. Honey.
There you got the new album. Well, anyways, she has been named Billboard's Woman of the Year for 2023. A lot of people were waiting for her comeback.
Listen, I don't know what SZA been doing, but honey, did you see that girl? Did you see this woman in that dress on the Grammys?
She was sizzling.
What?
In the dress.
I was like, damn. Yeah. SZA is she stacked. She looked good. Yeah. The girl looked good. Yeah. Okay. I was like, she better work.
Yeah. And a lot of people were waiting. They're like, where you at? What's going on? Like, and I mean, she is hitting. The release of her latest album, SOS, has solidified her as a distinct force in contemporary R&B and has catapulted her into this superstardom. Thank you, producer, for that.
Yes. Now
we're all caught up in the look, right? Let's get caught up in the work that SZA has been doing.
She's been doing great work, honey. She looks great. So I'm congratulations to her on being named the Billboard Woman of the Year. That's awesome.
Super awesome. Well, my love, that's everything that's happening in Black Hollywood and entertainment.
Well, thank you, officially Jorge. Mocha Marvels. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back with this week's Piping Hot. Stay tuned.
I'm sure Piping Hot sizzling too.
Sizzling.
The Legacy Museum is not like just going to any city's public museum. Okay, you're going to see artifacts, you're going to see interesting things. It is an immersive experience when you walk into the space.
I experienced the National Memorial for Peace and Justice in Montgomery, Alabama. My heart was ripped out. It was stomped on. It was spat on.
I mean, I thought I was ready. I'm like, for me, I was like, this is part of what I do. Like, why is this a totally different level, a completely different story?
I would say go. Do not hesitate. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. It is our responsibility to know our history.
This trip really should be required reading across the board for all citizens, because without understanding what actually has happened in our society, it's really hard to think about what's going on today, and more importantly, what our future should look like. This trip really brings that all full circle and makes it whole.
I encourage you as a community member to inform yourself. You don't have to know everything. You can know a little bit and just take action.
Mocha Marvels, welcome back. It's Mocha in the Morning, where we're adding a little flavor to your morning blend. I am your host, Miss Keisha Boyd, and it is that time for Piping Hot. And of course, I can't do it by myself. I have to bring my sisters with me. So I'm going to introduce you to our star-studded contributors panel today, starting with our super producer, Shalette Davis.
Good morning, Mocha Marvels. Happy Friday. We made it.
All right. And then our guest contributor today is Miss Latoya Carter, one of my very good friends, keeps me on my toes and laughing anytime I'm in her presence. I'm so glad to have her with us today.
Good morning, Shabbat Shalom. Happy to be here.
All right. Let's jump into it. Listen, there's a lot going on, a lot we will talk about today. We are starting our Popping Hot off talking about the Michigan State shooting that just happened this week, which is just absolutely horrific. You know, I just don't understand they're still investigating the motive, but I just don't. If you don't want to be in this world anymore, kill yourself. Why do you need to take other people with you that have no connection to you or your issue? If that's what you want to do, then just do that. Like, Toya, I don't understand why these people think that. I don't understand I guess their mental illness is what it is, but I just am flabbergasted. I just don't understand it.
Well, according to reports from what I've read, he was in a horrible place as a result of the death of his mother. And you're absolutely right. You know, if you're grieving to that extent, why not go seek out, necessary help, grief counseling, therapy, you name it. And it's just so unfortunate because as a result of his trauma or what he was going through, he actually caused trauma to other people who were, not even associated with what he had going on. So it's sad. I mean, and then when I saw that it was a Black man, a person of color, I was like, now, you know what? This is just completely something that is out of the ordinary for our community. So my heart goes out to them completely because I'm a mother of adult children. I couldn't imagine sending my children out into the world and someone knocking on my door telling me that my kids were not coming back to me. So my heart just breaks for those families.
Absolutely. There's not much more to talk about there. I know that mental illness is a situation that is on the rise, and it has been for years.
Absolutely.
And it goes unaddressed, Shalette. I know that, we've talked about mental health before on the show, and I know that you're a proponent for it and have experience with it yourself. So, what are your thoughts and just how we move forward from this happening continuously?
Well, the sad truth is men of a certain age, especially middle-aged men, like this gentleman, they have a hard time seeking help. And we have to know this is the 67th or 68th mass shooting just this year. Y'all, it's February. Like, it blows my mind. So, I mean, we are beyond epidemic when it comes to gun violence in our country. And, it definitely starts with mental health. It definitely starts with building community and providing safe places for these men to seek healthy counsel, because what happens oftentimes, in my opinion, is they go into these silos where you have a community of incels, or a community, in this case, of angry Black men. And I think that with the advent of counselors or coaches of the vein of Kevin Samuels, you have a crop of angry men who feel wronged in life, want to take that anger out on someone. And that's exactly what this gentleman did in Michigan State. And it's a tragedy.
It definitely is a tragedy. All right. Well, moving forward, and once again, we send our condolences, our prayers, our thoughts to those who were affected by that. Let's talk about the most talked about situation over the weekend on Sunday's Super Bowl. Okay, so I didn't have a dog in the fight. I didn't care who won, right? But I was like, Jalen is so fine, so I'm gonna root for him.
I was team dark skin. Team dark skin all day long. That's what I said. I sent it to my family.
Oh,
team
God.
dark skin. Yes, we rooting for the colors.
Listen. Okay, so I was like, cool. Listen, but okay, there's so much to talk about. Rihanna's, obviously her performance. Before we even talk about Rihanna's performance, because there's so much to talk about there.
Yes, it is.
Let's talk about, okay, one, Jalen Hurts was so, like, for a 24-year-old, his level of maturity, his calm,
Boys.
his poise, his ability to lead is just phenomenal. Like, I'm like, oh, this young man is about to do some things, right, Toya?
Phenomenal. And then I'm gonna tell you what really made him stand out to me. His team are Black women, less one.
Yes.
His agent, a Black woman. His marketing person, Black woman. Okay.
Yes.
I am a fan. I was rooting for the Eagles for a number of reasons. I lost my brother to COVID. He was born and raised in Philadelphia, Eagles fan. And so I was rooting for the Eagles. And in that situation, only one could win, right? Yeah. But when you really look at it, all of them are winners, because all the teams, those are the teams that were able to represent their cities, their fans, and play on the largest, basically, athletic stage there is. So Jalen, at 24 years old, I know his mother and his father is just beaming because they invested and they did right, because you can see it in their smile.
And he's a comeback kid too, because he went through some adversity to get to where he is. So congratulations to him on bringing his team to the playoffs last year and all the way to the Super Bowl this year.
Absolutely.
Despite all of the adversity he had to overcome. Now, let me tell you, while I was rooting for the Eagles on the most part, honey, Travis Kelce.
Oh, he is. Oh my God. That white chocolate.
What?
No. Oh,
I said, you better stank your leg. You better, and then just to hear him talk to that, like, have you heard him talk, like, on the podcast with his brother, and just watching his videos? He got some swag now. You can tell he's been around the neighborhood. Okay, he's been to some cookouts.
He literally developed a love for the culture through Little League and up. He was a part of the team because.
I heard he grew up in, like, Shaker Heights, Cleveland, which is a Black neighborhood.
Look, and it shows. Okay, he's giving me John B. Okay, I think John B was my first white crush. Okay, he's giving me John B vibes. You know what I'm saying? I have yet to ponder to the side, but I'm definitely contemplating, especially if they're making like that. So
I ponder all the time. In fact, I put Prince Harry on my vision board every single year because I'm destined to marry. I'm destined to marry a swagged out ginger. I am.
Ginger.
Yeah, I would say that's the common denominator. They're gingers. I don't know if ginger means pseudo black blood somewhere in the
no, redhead.
I don't know, but it's something about them gingers that just kind of, I don't know, but I'm here for it. I like it.
Amen. Yes. Okay, now let's talk about Rihanna and how she slipped in her homage to Andre Leon Talley, right? She paid tribute to him. She was like, hey, I'm out here getting my bag. And by the way, I'm pregnant with my second child. Yes, they back to back. And what you got to say? Nothing. Like, what you got to say? I'm a billionaire.
Okay, so let me say this. I don't want the Navy coming for me, okay? Because I am a Rihanna fan.
Okay.
I am a Rihanna fan. I love her music. Okay, let me give her flowers. I'm a Rihanna fan. But that Super Bowl performance was trash.
Thank you.
It was trash. And this is what I have a problem with when it comes to us. Okay, if it was anyone else, we the people. If it was anyone else, if Reba McEntire was on there, they brought Reba McEntire, the country greats, on there, and she was walking around there in cowboy boots and doing whatever, we'd be talking so much trash. Why do you put this woman on here and she ain't give? You are literally, people who may not be familiar with your music are now familiar. Like, I don't know, it's a stretch thing if somebody's not familiar with Rihanna, but maybe they're not familiar with her entire catalog because they're not fans, right? So you have all eyes on you. Yes, you're pregnant. I get it. I understand that Rihanna has never been that person where you go to her concerts and she's shaking it down. I get that. But I expected more. I wanted some black girl magic. I wanted what I wanted and what I'm accustomed to for the Super Bowl. That performance was trash. Kudos to her baby. Kudos to the Andre Talley. But the performance, Navy, was absolutely horrific. Trash can.
I must agree. I must agree. Now, I don't want to take anything away from Rihanna. It was a beautiful performance of an expected mother, surprisingly expected mother, during, you know, the Super Bowl, one of the biggest stages on earth. The uniqueness of, you know, the floating stages and things of that sort was there, you know, musicality was there, but as my sister Phoebe said, she can keep it. She can keep it. We needed more collaboration. We needed more production value, just in the sense of more performers on stage. Okay, you're pregnant. Get somebody else out there to come kill it or whatever. It was very simplistic. And it gave me, she was giving me very much Prince vibes, even though Prince at the Super Bowl was amazing, but she was giving me very much, I'm here, I conquered, I collected a check. Goodbye.
And you're welcome. But they're not paid. That's the thing.
Heard. Yes.
They are not paid. Yes.
I think Fenty sales went up 800% or some crazy number like that.
The traffic to the website.
Yeah, 800%.
For sure.
Yes.
Now she did her thing.
She did. She did her thing to the best of her thing that she did. Okay. when we talk about her makeup, now I won't take away from, because I'm wearing 450 right now. Okay.
Yes,
So
honey.
she has really put, I mean, I have to say that from that perspective, she has given the colors, okay, what they need.
Y'all gonna stop it with this.
Okay,
and all her songs are charting now.
She's a phenomenal artist. But Rihanna ain't never been that artist where
performer.
You go. She's never been
She's not a performer.
Right. And then she would walk back and forth and she said, you know, like you said, she was like, I'm here, I gave, and you're welcome.
Like, I don't even know if, honestly, I don't know if, well, she was lip syncing or she had the track behind her.
She did.
Oh, yeah, she definitely, she was like, voila, move the mic, dance, and the song still goes. Like, she's clearly, lip sync. But she's not a performer. You're not gonna go and see her and be like, oh, she gonna bust a few moves, but she can't sing and dance together now. No.
Let me tell you something. It's said that Beyonce runs on a treadmill while singing in full voice. That is not Rihanna. So Rihanna's Rihanna. Beyonce's Beyonce. You want a show? You go see Mother Janet. You go see Beyonce. You understand what I'm saying? You don't go see Rihanna. You go see Rihanna like you go see Frankie Beverly and Maze in order to sing along with the track.
Absolutely. That was a perfect analogy. I love it.
There you go.
Yes. All right. Cool beans. Well, anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about the chocolate sir, Mr. Idris Elba, who now wants to say that he does not identify himself as a Black actor because it put his career in a box. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't care what you call yourself, sir. You Black. Mm-hmm. They're gonna call you a Black man. You still a Black actor. So all this, don't call me a Black, sir. What you talking about? Like, I understand, Shalette. Go ahead. What are you about to say?
No, I think that he is saying that it's about time for actors in the trade to not be typed, especially at his level. He should not be put in a box. You know, he is not like, oh, we need a Black actor, let's call Idris Elba. We're calling Idris Elba because of the caliber of talent that he has. And I think that's what he's really saying. Yeah.
Now, if he's saying that, like, don't only call me for the Tyler Perry movie or or a Black movie, then okay, perfectly fine. I think that should be any actor's goal. Like, no, don't typecast me just for Black movies. But there are some actors and actresses that are fine being Black famous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? And there's some that are as much work as they've done, they still are just Black famous.
Right.
Exactly. But I definitely don't think that Idris Elba is just Black famous.
Oh,
I
no,
think
he's
that
not.
he just played a genie in that really weird movie with Sigourney Weaver. I don't know it wasn't Sigourney Weaver. He played a genie or whatever. In that really weird movie. So he definitely is stretching himself in terms of his range as an actor. And I think he just kind of put it out there and he said it. And it probably was, honestly. I see him tweeting this out as a response to something that happened. Something probably happened to him professionally. Someone probably said something to him about professionally. And he's just like, no, don't do that to me. I'm Idris Elba. Don't do it.
Right. I agree. That's exactly what the article was saying. That's what he was saying, basically. Like, I am Idris Elba. I'm an actor. Keisha Pickett is a PR professional. She's a woman in PR who does her thing. You know, so instead of saying, oh, she's a Black, it's obvious. You can see me.
Right.
So you don't have to announce my ethnicity or my race every time I walk through the door. We get it, right? We are who we are as staples in our industry. And if you want someone that is with Idris Elba, if you have you have a film that you want thousands of people to come to and see because I'm just that good, then you put me in the film because I'm such a phenomenal actor. And that's exactly what his article was saying. Yeah. And it's amazing when people say things like, don't address me as this. Everybody wants to go into this hoopla, this, you know, he's a Black man. Come on, it's evident. But he's an amazing actor. So I support him 110%.
Yeah. I mean, I get that part for sure. For sure. I ain't mad at him. I still would.
That's right. That's right. I would push his wife down the stairs. I sure would. She took a horrible fall. Baby, I'm here. For whatever need. I'm here to hold your hand through her recovery. Yes, I would.
You are so crazy, girl. All right. Now, listen. Y'all Governor DeSantis now. Toy, you a Republican? You're not Republican, are you?
Okay.
You're not a Republican.
Not like that. My political affiliation.
I'm just asking.
Well, to be honest with you, I've been a Republican since 1997.
Okay, I do. It's okay. It's fine. One of our other friends who comes on here all the time. She's a Republican too.
Absolutely. I'm yes.
Hey, if you is what you is, be what you is. You know.
And Jewish, which is an oxymoron. Yes, Black, Jewish, and Republican.
Black, Jewish, and Republican. Mm-hmm. That is my friend LaToya. So DeSantis says that he's going to do away with AP courses. Or he is just on one with these courses, the African American studies. Like, what is going on? I know you told us you were in a recent interview for talking about DeSantis and these courses and things. What was the interview about? And give us your thoughts on him.
So yes, I was featured in NBC Black. And the title of the article is Frustrated Florida Parents Resolve to Teach Black History to Their Kids. So I was contacted, and first I was asked, are you one of those parents? Are you one of those Black parents that believe in teaching your children Black history at home? And I said, absolutely. And if you know of me or my family, James Tokley, Port Laureate, the city of Tampa and Hillsborough County, you know that all things, historic history, Black culture, arts, those are the types of things that have been a part of my life as long as I can remember. But in the article, when I was speaking to Curtis, I said that it has always been the responsibility of the parents because we are the first teachers. And who else can teach our babies about us than we? And one of the things I thought was so prolific that I heard a Black woman say back in the 60s, she says, if we educate ourselves, then we're going to educate our children. The problem is we stopped educating ourselves and we put the onus on the school system to fill in the gap. The school system is only the, the icing, but we're the cake. They're only there to, can't top it off. But it's our responsibility. Why would I elevate or speak truth to power to a race of people where I have no investment into? Why would I put myself at a disadvantage and own, right, my community's participation in the oppression of another people so that you can feel okay. No, you get that at home. You get all of that at home. That is your mama and your daddy's responsibility to give you the truth, raw, unfiltered, unadulterated. And when you go to school and they're talking about it, you can correct the teacher. Oh, no, ma'am. This is what it is. And so I just think it's about time. Ron DeSantis is doing what Ron DeSantis is doing. And it's called, it's called, bluffing, or it's called diversion. That's how I see it. There are a lot of things that are going on, but if I can keep you emotionally, engaged, if I can keep you emotionally up in an uproar, then you won't see when I'm switching and baiting anything else because you mad about this over here. Let that man do what he's going to do. When have we in ever history? When has anything ever happened in history? We have not somehow overcome to do the things we needed to do. Let them people have that. But let them take court. We have always made a precedent when, because the system is not broken, the system is working perfectly fine. And in spite of the systems, we still had Black Wall Street. We still had prolific people and people who have gone to do amazing things. We're still in every aspect of every industry, of every culture there is, whether they illuminate us or not. So the best person to tell your story, as you know, in PR is you.
That's right. Amen.
All right.
Yeah.
I just thinking he's dead set on destroying the state. It's like crash and burn Florida, and then he's going to go run for president. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life. How can you try to get rid of the College Board? Like Florida is like, I think like we have like one of the most participating states in the nation in the College Board and these AP courses. I mean, all AP courses, right? Like, no, you can't. He's going to break the entire machine. It was already breaking down in the first place, public education, and he's just set to ruin it.
But if we the people don't go to Tallahassee and shake things up, then he's going to do exactly that. There was one time those in Tallahassee had made a statute that you had to wear a helmet when riding a motorcycle, that it was mandatory that you had to wear a helmet. Honey, them folks went up there to Tallahassee and rode their bicycles on the governor's lawn. They rode their motorbikes on the governor's lawn. They rode their motorbikes at the Capitol, honey, doing wheelies all up in the people's flower beds, okay? They changed that ordinance the next day. So people can't, so yes, we can have our issues, our problems, our disdains, but if we're not going to use the power that we have to make sure that we are heard, then they're always going to do what they want to do, and we're always going to be the ones watching it happen and talking about it later on.
That's true. That's very true. And speaking of, I haven't watched the 1619 Project yet on Hulu, but I heard it was great. So there's so many tools and creatives out here that are helping to tell our story.
Absolutely.
That, that we have plenty of resources, like you said, and we talked about this last week too. Like, we are the first teachers.
Right.
The school is the supplement, to what we are teaching at home. And it just, we have to take the time to do it. We have to take the time to do it for sure. Yeah, so that is that on this Good Piping Hot. LaToya, you have been amazing.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, any time that you are available and want to come, we are here every week. You are welcome.
Thank you.
The tap, for real. I'm serious. I'm be calling you like, hey girl, you available today? You available this week?
Call me anytime. I swear.
You heard her, right, Shalette? You heard that.
Absolutely. Yes, I'll hold you to that.
So we'll, consider yourself added as a guest contributor continuously. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, Mocha Marvels. We have enjoyed you for popping hot. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with more Mocha in the Morning. Mocha Marvels, check out this week's Mocha Moment.
And now let's check in with Kawindi.
Mocha Marbles, it has been a day, and we're so happy that you decided to join us in this season 6, second episode of the season. We had so much fun, talked about so many things.
Oh my goodness, Latoya was fire.
Oh, yes, she is. I love her. Let me tell you, anytime we get together, have dinner, drinks, whatever, it's always a fun time.
Yeah.
She is full of energy, full of jokes. Just her personality is just amazing. So you will definitely see Latoya again. Trust me.
And listen, and if any of you are influencers, YouTubers, or you just like to chat or blog, whatever, let us know, because you also can be a Mocha in the Morning contributor.
Yes, let us know if you want to come on the show and be one of our guest contributors for Piping Hot. That would be great.
Not only that, you can use this platform to really, like, do a little something for you.
All right, Mocha Marbles, stay tuned for more information for next week's show. Don't forget to share. Follow us on all social media platforms. And make sure you recruit more Mocha Marvels to our Mocha universe. That's all we need to do, is just grow. So have a wonderful weekend. We enjoyed you. Jorge, as per usual, mwah, mwah, mwah. And drink coffee. Add a little flavor. We are the flavor.
We are the flavor of the movement.
Yes.
Bam! There it is. We are the flavor of the movement. Not just the moment.
It's a movement. Hey.